My 27F friend, 27F, has been catfishing my ex, 27M, by pretending to be me. I met my ex Lucian and my friend Celine at college. My ex and I dated for 3 years before we had a very awful and traumatizing breakup, to the point where I haven't been able to trust/date anyone since him, and I cut contact with almost everyone who was also still friends with him because I just wanted to forget I ever knew him. Celine recently confessed she has been catfishing Lucian by pretending to be me. The only reason she confessed is because she promised Lucian she would join in on the next social gathering with our old college buddies because she didn't expect anything to happen so soon because of the pandemic. So, now he's expecting me to show up to this virtual hangout that they're arranging in a few days. Celine assumed that if she confessed to me that I would be willing to help her keep up this charade because she's going through a rough time in her life, and according to her, Lucian has been a huge support to her and she didn't want to lose that. She also doesn't want to confess because he's one of her husband's closest friends and she thinks it will make things awkward between them and that Lucian won't speak to her the same way he does now, which again, she doesn't want. My first instinct was to tell her I wouldn't do it, but she claimed Lucian had changed a lot since we broke up and he was very apologetic and remorseful about our breakup. She sent me small snippets of their conversations and now I would like to see the rest. She said she would give me access to the messages if I agree to either attend the hangout and pretend things are good between us, or if I call him and give him an excuse about why I can't come. I know she's manipulating me, but I feel like I have to see those messages now. I need advice on what to do and if anyone has any suggestions on how I can see those messages without giving in to what she wants. Too long didn't read. My friend has been catfishing my ex by pretending to be me. She recently confessed as he expects to see me during a virtual hangout with our old college friends. In exchange for playing along, she's offering to let me read the messages which she claims to show my ex is very remorseful for our breakup. I haven't been able to get past how our relationship ended, so I would really like to read these messages, but I'm not sure if giving in to her manipulations is the right thing to do. First of all, I think you need to find a way to shut down whatever account/phone number/email she's using to impersonate you. Make it publicly known that someone is impersonating you at great lengths. Second, I would tell your friend's husband. This behavior is truly beyond the pale. I know you want to read the messages, but from an outside perspective it isn't worth it. Usually I would say that you should tell Lucian, but if you want to keep your distance, I think your friend's husband is a good resource. Fucking weird, dude. It'd be weird enough if she were single, but she's fucking married and this guy is a close friend of her husband's. Very fucking weird. So your friend Celine is going through a rough time in her life, and she decides to impersonate you to your ex that you had a traumatizing breakup with too. What? Garner sympathy for herself. And now she is using the messages to get you to virtually meet with your ex so that she can keep up the lie because she's the one who needs support. It sounds like to me she is manipulating you for some drama in her life. How is she affected by this situation at all? It sounds like to me she's essentially playing with both you and your ex's emotions, as well as lying by omission to her own husband. My advice would be to tell her whatever you can to access the messages she sent Lucian. That's proof/evidence, then show her husband those messages and tell her you do not appreciate his wife manipulating both you and Lucian. And if you are able, tell Lucian or have the husband tell Lucian that he was not talking to you this entire time, and you have no idea she was doing this and the things she said. She is doing more than just impersonating you. She is directly affecting your reputation. This is extremely concerning behavior, and I would strongly reconsider and end the friendship if I were you. Please be careful. Oh, absolutely not. First of all, there is nothing in those messages that can help you. It's wild to think that messages with not you would help you understand more about him in a good way. You need to let go of the idea that the messages will help you. You need to cut the cord on this. Your name and your identity is being used and dragged through this friend group without your consent. You need to email both of them and expose what's going on and make it clear you had nothing to do with the messages. Celine is a user and a fraud. There's there's no excuse. And now she's manipulating you too. If she had any good intentions at all, she would do what you want now and not what she wants, to keep up her game. Or can only win if you don't play. So she's having an emotional affair with your ex. You need to inform both her husband and your ex so they know what's going on. This person isn't your friend at all. Friends don't do this shit. I, 27M, have been in love with my best friend, 23F, of a long time. I don't know how to deal with my feelings anymore. English is not my first language and I sincerely apologize for that. We have been best friends since 2006. Our moms were acquaintances with each other and would occasionally go for walks together, so they both would pick us up. That's how we both met and befriended each other. Our friendship had a few hangs up a couple of years ago over a variety of reasons. One of the reasons was I felt like she was distancing herself from me and I felt it was her boyfriend impacting this decision. It didn't end well and we have not spoken for 2 years. First time I noticed her feelings for her when we started talking again. I missed her a lot. We both finally talked about everything and she apologized to me. Also explained why this happened. Was not even angry, recognized it was an abusive relationship since he shut her down from her family too. And I tried to date other girls but it is impossible. I can't pretend to like somebody for a rebound. And would be just fooling myself too. Want to tell her my feelings but I am afraid of risking it all. I don't want to end a really good friendship, especially now when we are super close. We became even more closer over this quarantine. I also invested some money into her project a week ago. She did not even ask. I just PayPal'd the whole sum and disagreed to take any money back. And if anyone wonders why I did it, she has helped me tons before, also wanted to support my best friend's dreams. Speaking of her feelings, I don't know if she likes me back. We kissed before, both drunk and sober. Most recent one was initiated by her. It was very fast. We were in kitchen and fooling around with food. I didn't understand what was happening until she pulled away. Also took her out on friendly dates during this quarantine. TL, doctor, should I risk my friendship and tell my best friend I am in love with her or not? I am okay with a heartbreak. Don't want to lose a friendship. Knowing how she feels it might help me to move on and reach some closure. Update 1. Wanna tell a sincere thank you for all of your comments and messages. Was not expecting it and felt bit embarrassed after posting here. Also thank you for all the friendly encouragement. Not sure if I might be able to meet her this weekend since we're celebrating Easter, but wanna try and arrange a meeting tonight or tomorrow. If not then on Monday. Decided to risk it and get it off of my chest for all and once. Obviously very nervous. Not sure what might come out of this, but whatever happens I am happy with our friendship too. Can you please just tell this woman that you have feeling for her and put you both out of your misery here? You're kissing both when you're drunk and sober and you're spending tons of time together. What are you gonna do? Wait so long she gets in another relationship and miss your only chance? I would never kiss a guy friend of mine unless I had feelings for them. Smiley face. If someone is kissing you, of their own volition, unprompted, it's probably a good sign that they like you. Bruh, she kissed you, go for it. I think she likes you lol, go for it. Someone I, 30M, used to date, 27F, told me she had an affair with someone I know. He and the girlfriend he cheated on recently announced they are engaged. Should I say something? I dated someone for a few months who at one point told me she had an affair with a man who is in a 5-year relationship. I know him and his girlfriend and I was appalled. Needless to say, it did not work out with this girl. I know they do not have an open relationship and the girlfriend does not know. She is a really sweet person and I like her a lot. They recently announced their engagement and I felt sick to my stomach when I saw the post. Side note, the girl I dated liked the Instagram announcement, which is just psychotic to me. I have considered everything from keeping my mouth shut, to creating an anonymous email address and telling the girlfriend, to telling her face to face. I do think I would want to know if I were her, but part of me thinks I should just mind my own business and not blow these people's lives up. I have not asked anyone I know in my own life as I do not want to start rumors. Too long didn't read. A girl I briefly dated told me she had an affair with the boyfriend of a couple I am friends with. They recently announced their engagement. I do not know if I should say anything or not. It is incredibly unlikely this woman would ever find out you knew this and did not tell her. But imagine that she did find out. She comes to you and asks you why you did not tell her. Could you justify your decision to her? To yourself? You can tell her only exactly what you know, and whether or not an affair happened you are being completely honest. A woman I dated named told me she had an affair with your fiancé while you two were together. This is all of the information I have and I can't get any more. I am sorry I did not tell you when I first learned of it. If you do know more information that could help her understand the situation you should give it to her. In what year? Stuff like that. I would have difficulty justifying any other action. Edit, punctuation and spacing. I feel like I would just tell her straight up since you know each other. I understand going the anonymous route, but she's likely to not see or believe it. Plus the evidence is an unreliable source. If it's an anonymous source it could make the info seem more concrete than it is. I would probably tell her, as I would certainly want to know myself. But I'd also make sure to disclose the source of the information. I generally think we need to assume people are telling the truth about this kind of thing, and I don't know why the girl you dated would lie about sleeping with the guy who just got engaged. That kind of thing does happen sometimes, out of jealousy, or perhaps just to fuck with people. So if you say anything, you probably need to let her know that you are passing on information from X person and you don't know if she was telling the truth or not. I wouldn't write her an anonymous email saying why cheated on you, the bastard, and offering no further details. As someone who wasted years because acquaintances didn't feel like it was their place to tell me, please do. Sincerely, someone who wishes they could have saved themselves years of betrayal trauma. Yup, tell her. And tell her in such a way as for her to believe the source is credible. A lot of people are saying not to tell because not your circus, not your monkeys, but that's the bystander effect at play. You're not going nuclear on anyone's life. You're simply helping someone who is being made a fool of be able to make an informed decision. Vows are about to be taken and legal docs are about to be signed. If she knew, she may revoke her consent to go through with the wedding. Don't be a bystander, tell her. And if she already knows, then okay, the effect is neutral. You don't have to be gaining anything from this to have the integrity to speak up when something wrong is being done. It's so weird because nobody likes being cheated in business or in other official matters and will sue when something wrong is done to them over a contract or a deal. Yet people find it okay to see interpersonal cheating happen and not say anything. It's a terrible thing. Also, this woman you dated definitely seems to enjoy the fact that she did that, doesn't seem to be a person of high moral character. Who knows if she's told others and now this woman who is engaged maybe looks like a fool to many people. You know what to do. All you have to do is to reach out to the woman and explain what you heard and you heard it from. Chances are, this girl who her fiancé cheated on her with has been an issue in the past, or was just a friend or the person she was told not to worry about.